entire bridge, the entire key bridge in the harbor.
Unbelievable, chilling to watch. A major bridge collapses in Baltimore. This is an interstate bridge, I-695, and it collapsed around 1:30 Eastern time when that cargo ship over to the left, where you see all that smoke, hit a support beam.
Yeah, and you can only imagine if somebody was driving across the bridge.
Oh,
Turns
gosh.
out there were cars on the bridge, and first responders say this is a mass casualty event. The governor of Maryland was speaking earlier, declaring a state of emergency. They have done some sonar. They say they've determined some vehicles are down at the bottom of that water. And Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre is joining us in the Breaking News Center. Been keeping us updated all morning. What's the latest, JP?
Well, we just heard from Governor Wes Moore of Maryland, and he basically updated us, telling us that they are now searching for six people in the Baltimore harbor. Those 6 people, including the 2 others rescued earlier this morning, are all part of a crew that happened to be working on the bridge this morning, working on fixing those potholes on the bridge. And it was a total number of 8 people a part of that construction crew working again to fix potholes on the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Now, according to authorities out there in Maryland, they said that they did learn from the cruise ship, the crew on the ship did notify authorities about them losing power on that cargo ship earlier this morning, possibly before it collided into that structure beam, that support beam for that Francis Scott Key Bridge. We also learned that the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, they have opened an investigation as to what all happened in this collapsed bridge. We also heard from, again, Governor Wes Moore, him telling us that the bridge was up to code. It was up to code, but that cargo ship right there you see colliding into that support beam did an extensive amount of damage, and then that bridge just collapsing into the harbor. This is news we also learned this morning, that the cars that you actually saw on the bridge, those cars belong to the crew. So no other cars happened to be on the bridge when it collapsed as far as people getting across the bridge. If you take a real good look at this before it collapsed, you can see an 18-wheeler thankfully got across that bridge before it collapsed. Now, we did speak to, or we did hear from witnesses early this morning as to what they saw and they heard.
And we were awakened with what appeared to be an earthquake and a long rolling sound of thunder. Wow. So we woke up and literally we can look right out of our bedroom window and see the Key Bridge. But I couldn't see anything because of the darkness.
Now, as we speak right now on air, there are divers in that water looking for those 6 remaining people. It's been more than 8 hours they have been.